Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Fresh Thoughts. Today you join me down on Warmer Beach yet again, another beautiful sunny day, so I just had to come out on the bike and get a bit of exercise. Today's Fresh Thought is about realising the bigger picture. Now what does that mean to me? To me, realising the bigger picture is kind of accepting what's happening now and realising that this is just a stepping stone on the path of kind of where I want to be, whether that be academic sort of success or professional success or financial success or even a mental well-being success. It's to realise that right now is just a part of that process, to realise that this isn't everything. This is kind of just like I say, a stepping stone to where I want to be. If you get too hung up on what's happening right now, then you face the potential of not being able to progress because you're focusing too much energy on what's happening right now and not thinking about what's next. To constantly strive for more and to strive for bigger things, for me personally, is really vital. I think it's really important for you to evaluate. I speak about evaluation and setting goals and things. It's really important that you appreciate and respect now, and you respect the things that have happened in the past. So then you are constantly working towards new things. To just sit here and think, oh well, this is all I'm worth, and I can't achieve anything else than this. That's a sad thought for me. That's a worry, and I meet lots of people that are like that, and lots of people think, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, and that's it, and this is all I can achieve, and no one around me has any opportunity, and there's no opportunity to do anything else, so I'm just stuck. But that's not true. I'm a strong believer of if you want something enough, you will achieve it and you can get it. And at the very least, you will be able to change your situation. If you want something enough, you will work towards changing it. And even if it's just watching this video and thinking, oh well, okay, this is giving me a spur into doing something else, then do that. Don't just brush it off. Don't brush off those feelings as just apprehension of thinking, oh well, I might fail, because failure is just par for the course. You will always fail on your path to successfulness. It's just how it is. No one just steps straight out the door and goes bang, done, completed it. Because that would, for starters, that would be boring. One of the interesting things about my career in particular, for me, is the fact that it goes up and down. It's like Ronan Keating said, life's like a roller coaster. How cheesy, but you go up and down. You have all these different things, and you embrace certain things, and you reject other things, and that's just life. And no decision you make, really, you should regret. You shouldn't regret any of those decisions, because thinking of the bigger picture, it's all just part of that journey towards where you're going to end up. And it's good to understand and to realise that where you end up may not be the place that you're thinking of right now of where you want to be. That's a bit of a mouthful, but things happen and things change, and along the path you like different things. Like you might start out thinking, oh well, I'm going to be a cameraman, and that's kind of where I started out. I originally wanted to be just a cameraman, and I wanted to just go and film things and do nothing else. And then along that sort of journey, I've learned how to do animation stuff, and I do a lot of animation jobs, and I've learned how to do projection stuff, and I do lots of projection and video mapping jobs, and everything's like kind of all intertwined and locked in at the moment, and that's good. It's good. That's like a natural progression for me. It's been a progression over several years, where I've gone from wanting to be just a cameraman and just filming stuff to now I do all areas of production video-wise. And I have this other skill set that's huge. I do loads of different things, and I absolutely enjoy all of them. And if I wasn't open-minded to trying these new things, or open-minded to thinking, well, it's okay to deviate off my path to see what happens, then I wouldn't have done that, and I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And okay, yeah, I'm not the most successful person. Like, I'm not a multi-millionaire, or I don't have all this stuff, and I don't have these loads of really successful businesses and things, but I am successful in the way that I'm really happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy with how things are progressing. I'm happy with all the things that we've got kind of growing and stuff, and I've got like a few companies and things where things are growing and things are developing. But I also appreciate the fact that these things aren't at their terminal end. They're not at a place where they're finished. They're all in this ever-changing state of evolution where they're just all progressing. Some things progress quicker than others. Some things have consume more of my energy than other things, and some things are just on the back burner, and things that I've got just mulling away and just thoughts and stuff. But I'm constantly keeping my options open for new opportunities and new options. And that's vital. So you've got to think of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is all the things that haven't happened yet. Some of your goals will be in that bigger picture, and some of those goals will be achieved. But some of those goals won't be achieved, and some of those goals will change. That's the most interesting thing. It's interesting to know that things can be very sporadic, and things can be all of a sudden just kind of flipped on their head and mixed up, and things change. And things change very quickly sometimes. Sometimes things don't. Sometimes things take a long time. Like sometimes you can be chasing after a skill or a technique or a project for months or even years or even hours kind of thing, and it doesn't turn out how you want it to turn out. But there's a reason why. Maybe that's not the right thing for you. Maybe you approached it the wrong way. Maybe a collaboration that you were doing wasn't the right collaboration for you. Or maybe it's just something that isn't achievable. Maybe financially, or just a skill thing, or maybe you just need to work more on it, or maybe you need to just cut it loose. And cutting things loose is another thing that's important to remember when you're thinking about the bigger picture. Some things, without a shadow of a doubt, will hold you back. And I'm not saying, we'll suddenly eject everyone from your life and you become self-centered and you're the only thing that matters, because that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is only you can make those decisions. You have to make the executive decisions of what works and what doesn't work. And the things that don't work, can they be changed? Because we don't really want to be just ejecting everything that's negative from our life and just push it out of the way because we're trying to strive towards this bigger picture goal that we want. Because some of these things that aren't working for you right now are things that are key players that can be manipulated and changed so they can work for you, and they will allow you to achieve those goals that you're striving to get. It's also important to just think about things, think about yourself, think about why you're doing this, to ask why do you want that, why have you done this, or why have you gone down this process, or why is this happening? There's so many whys that you can ask yourself. But the main thing is to be positive. Positivity will help you achieve positive things. That's it, period, full stop. That's how I see it anyway. I try to be as positive as I can with lots of things, but everyone has these moments of doubt. Everyone has these worries and concerns about, I'm not sure where this is going. But that's okay. If you're not sure where something's going, think why you're not sure. Is it because maybe the job hasn't happened yet? Or is it because you feel like you don't know enough about the topic? Or is it just doesn't feel right? These are all things that you have to ask yourself to be able to unlock the next step or the next process or the next kind of rung on the ladder to where you're going. So you've got to remember that things can be very sporadic and things can change. Just like that. Bang. But you have to embrace it, and don't worry or don't fear that things might change. Don't fear that you might end up becoming a sound guy or a sound woman when you actually wanted to be a video editor. Because there's a reason for those decisions. At that moment in time, those decisions felt right, they felt good, and that's what makes you you. Everyone's so individual, and everyone has their own individual process and their own path and their own journey. And that's one of the things I find absolutely magical about humans, is everyone does their own thing. Everyone has their own way of thinking about things, and whether someone else's way of thinking or someone else's rite of passage kind of thing, you agree with that or disagree with it, just roll with it. Just accept everyone for who they are, and the bigger picture will just become clear. So just a short one today, guys. So I hope this kind of means something to you. It certainly means stuff to me, and as always, it helps me just kind of free up my brain and my mental space. So yeah, until the next one, goodbye.